welcome back to Kitten Up Kitten for day 9 of PK November. How have we got to day 9? So I have moved round the other side of my desk to do this section, and let's go through what I'm using first of all. So today I am using this little pink pen that I got off Amazon. I really like this one. I haven't used it for a little while, so I thought I'd use that today. I have got new double-sided tape in there. I am also using today my one-off black cook tray, the mini cook tray. The mini tray is perfect for things like this, where you've got confetti. I am also using one of my original style cook pots, and I have my little whale today. This is made from crystals, leftover crystals that I was sent from the lovely Sharon Wildboar, who sent me masses of these. So let's get the cover minder on first. Now, if you're not sure what a cover minder is, if you are someone that uses the plastic on your canvas, you have 2 magnets. So one magnet goes underneath your canvas like so, and the other magnet on the piece fits on it like that, and it holds back that little bit of clear plastic cover. Now this works even if you don't section off like I do. You can just pull the whole cover back, and Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt. So I'm going to move my scissors and everything out of the way. I do have some tweezers handy. I'm using my my pink ombre tweezers today, so I'm going to leave them there. So welcome if you are brand new to my channel. Thank you for joining me today. I will explain briefly what PK November is. But mainly I'm just going to be working on this. I've got Pattern Keeper in front of me, as you can see, and we're going to start drilling. Hope you have a cup of coffee. For those of you that are taking part in PK November, keep drilling, guys. We're getting there. We are getting there. So I'm going to start with my first colour, which is 3031. If I can find it. This section is a 2x2 section today, because I do have a couple of videos to try and get in. I have a random yellow. Let's give this a shake to get these lined up. So let's get rid of the yellow one first of all, because I don't need that. So we'll get rid of that. If you're not aware of what a cook pot is, it is a little trash drill pot that is also a cover minder. So you could use that to hold your plastic back and just put your drills in. Now I am aware that because I've got new tape in, it might be super sticky. So we're going to work with it. I've dabbed it on my fluffy cardigan in the hopes that that's going to work. How are you all? How are you doing? If you are participating, how are you finding it? Is it helping to have these daily videos? Because that was always what I'd hoped by doing this event. I am finding it difficult in the sense that because of work. So let me explain my work shift pattern. We work on a 4-week rota, which consists of 2 rotated weeks. We work 7 shifts in 14 days. So we have short week and long week. So long week, we work Monday and Tuesday. We have Wednesday and Thursday off, and we then work Friday, Saturday and Sunday. We then have 2 days off, and we then work the following Wednesday and Thursday. Now we were on a different rota. We have reverted back to the original rota because I only wanted to work part-time. Did that one too early. I never wanted to work full-time because I am a qualified nail tech. I do have my own business from home. that obviously was put on hold while COVID was going on, but now that that's over and done with, I am rebuilding. So working 6-hour shifts on the pattern that we're on works, because it means I can do nails around it. However, because last week was the last week of the old rota and this week is the first week of the new one, poor old me ended up having to do, in essence, 2 long weeks. So it's made it a little bit more difficult to get ahead with my videos this week. I did do better last week, not gonna lie, but I'm trying my best to make sure that I have got a video a day going up for you. So please bear with me. This is why I've chosen to do a 2x2 section today, because if I can get at least 2, need to remember I'm not doing that section, nearly forgot. I need to remember that I'm see, I told you it'd be too sticky. Forgot what I was saying. Yeah, I need to do a couple of videos today, because a lot of the time, because of my work pattern, I'm having to film ahead to enable me to have those videos to put up every day. So I'm doing my best to do that. It isn't always easy. I've got this morning, I've got a set of nails to do at, I'm going to a friend's house because she's just moved house. So I'm going to go check out a new house. She's going to make me bacon sandwiches, and I'm going to do her nails while I'm there. So that will take up this afternoon. And then hopefully I can film another video after I've done the school run, because I'm off today. I am at work tomorrow until 2. So I should be able to get a video done then as well, which hopefully will mean that I can get ahead by a day. Of course, I can do Sunday's video. I can film Sunday's video on Saturday. That won't be a problem. But I can't pre-record Monday's video because of course I need to wait for everyone to put their photos in, to put their pictures in. Now, have I done that on the right line? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That one is not, because that needs to be there. Okay, first colour done. So what is PK November? So let's go over it again. PK November stands for Pattern Keeper November, and it's an opportunity for anyone who is doing a cross stitch conversion or a cross stitch itself, doesn't have to be a diamond painting, by using Pattern Keeper, because there are some of us that absolutely love doing this sort of thing. I need to just highlight that one as well because I've done that one. Thank you. So that's the purpose of PK November. There is a group of us, there's about 13, I think, 12, 13, and we are doing a minimum of a 2x2 section per day, every day of November, so that we can see some progress on our canvases. I am going to assume that there are people, let's get rid of that, not only is it not the right colour, but it's not even square. I will assume that there are people watching that do not know what a conversion is. Basically, we are taking a cross stitch pattern and we are using Pattern Keeper for the chart for that pattern to enable us to diamond paint it. It is a challenge. It is something that lots of diamond painters do, just for the reason it is a challenge. It's not as easy as, you know, drilling onto a printed canvas, but damn is it fun. It is an achievement. So that's what we're doing. That's what us crazy people are doing. Now I'm actually been quite good. I'm doing a very reasonable size. There are others that are doing some massive ones, because just by the nature of their size, the conversions tend to be a lot bigger than normal diamond paintings. So I'm actually doing a relatively small size, but some of them are doing massive ones. So this is my daily video. I said that I would do a video every day to help encourage my fellow crafters to also do their section, so that we can just have a month where we are working on our whips, our heaven and earth, or conversion whips, you know, not necessarily heaven and earth. But I'm really enjoying it, and I'm enjoying seeing the progress on my canvas as well, because it took me almost 2 months to do that top row of two squares deep, and I've done this whole last row in just over a week, which is fabulous. So there's some progress. So let's get, I'm just going to use my other clothing because I think my jumper's a little bit too fluffy. I'm going to pour more drills in here. Now the reason I pour a lot of drills in, because you'll be thinking, why are you pouring that many in? Because I am able to multi-place. I just find that if you pour a decent amount of drills into your tray, that they then line up better. I don't know why. I guess it's just because you've got more drills, so less room for them to move out. And I really like the way they line up in these trays. If you are interested, the trays are mine. We are launching our cook tray, which is the name of them, in December, on December the 1st on Etsy. And we are launching 2 sizes. We have the mini tray, which is this one, perfect for confetti canvases and for conversion projects, because you may not necessarily need a lot of drills. Lots of these conversions are quite confetti heavy. We also have a standard tray, which is bigger, perfect for those of you that love your multi-placing and colour blocking. And they will be available in 2 colours, not in the black. This is a one-off. This is a special one that my husband's friend made for him. So I've got a hair stuck to my glue. Not a good start. So we are currently building stock ready for that launch. It is going very, very well. The grey is a silver grey. The white is a, I wouldn't say it's a true white. I'd say it's slightly off white, but they're beautiful trays. Each tray does come with a stopper and a lid. So perfect if you have pets, or if like me, that you may take a while to do just one section and you don't want to keep pouring your drills back out just because you're leaving it. They're beautiful trays. Nice big chunky stopper. And because the 3D filament does tend to wear, because it's a nice long stopper, even if it loosens off, it will literally just push all the way into here, so it's not as easy to lose, which makes it a little bit better, a little bit easier. Okay, so what I am doing, we all diamond paint in different ways, and it depends on the canvas that you're doing. So you may have a canvas which has got lots of black outlining. And when I have a canvas like that, I do all of the black outlining first. I want 779, I'm just having, there we go. And then I fill in with the colours. If I'm doing a brightly coloured one, I will usually start in this bottom corner here with whatever that symbol is and work my way out. Sometimes I will just pick whatever I've got the most of. What's the colour I've got the most of, and I'll do the most first. But on this heaven and earth, I have found that working by doing the smallest amounts first actually works better, because then you've got the majority of the drills at the end and you're just filling in all the gaps. It makes it a lot easier. But you know, you can work any way you like. You can do it any way you want. I am doing my heaven and earth using my spare drills. I didn't want to buy all the drills. So it's that one, and we want 4, and it's there. Because I do save my drills. So it's just a way of using those up so they're not wasted, which is why I really wanted to do it. But you can get your canvas and your drills from one supplier by sending them the drill count of the canvas that you will be doing, and they will supply you the canvas and the drills. It can get quite expensive doing it that way though. Right, so that's those. So let's do that. So we'll put those back. What have we got next? Let's have a look. We've got a little square there. So that's all I'm doing. I'm picking out the least amounts first to get all those bitty bits and pieces in. Please do leave comments below if you've got questions to ask. I will do my best to answer them, but please be patient, because like I said, I do work. I don't always get time to sit and answer in a row, you know. That's why on my usual whip and rambles, I would answer the questions as I'm going. Unfortunately, it's quite difficult to do that when you're doing this, because you're having to count. If you are someone who does cross stitch, especially counted cross stitch, you would probably love this. But it isn't a quick project, you know. It's not one of those things that you're going to get done in a couple of weeks, you know. It can take years for some people to get these bigger ones done. I'm hoping it doesn't take me that long, but you know, it is what it is. Right, let's find another one. We've got M, that one will do, 898, which is right there. I've only got 3, so I'm literally just going to pull and try and get 3 pointing up the right way. So hence why we decided to do PK November. It's an opportunity to spend a whole month doing at least one section a day, and there's quite a few of us, you know. There's a lot of people that really enjoy working like this. It's a different kind of diamond painting. It's kind of like, if you like mystery diamond paintings, this would suit you down to the ground, because you can't see the design. You can see the finished look. So let me just show you. If I go to here, if I come out of there, I can go onto my thing and it will show you. Oh, hang on, that's not what I wanted. Did that completely wrong. How? View mock-up. So this is the image that I am going to be doing. Can you see that? So this is the image. It's called Mini Secret Door. Beautiful, beautiful canvas. Beautiful image, should I say. I'm really enjoying the process. So there we go. Back to the beginning again. So let's pick my next colour. Not too many of those either. 934. Lovely day today. I just chucked out way too many of those. Beautiful day today. The sun is shining. It is chilly, obviously. It's November, but it's not the worst day that we've had in the last couple. So that's quite nice. So I thought if I come on and do this section, I can then take the time to get my cover minders up on Etsy. I do have an Etsy shop. It is also called Kitten Up Kitten, and I do make on occasion resin cover minders and the cook pots. Please feel free to check that out. Right, next symbol. So I'm just looking for ones that I know I haven't got loads of. So let's do number 8, which is 801. So along with working the main job, the receptionist job, that's what I do. I'm on reception. It's reception admin really, to be fair. So that's what I do for a job. I'm also a nail tech working from home, plus I make the resin cover minders and drill pots, and shortly also the 3D printed diamond painting trays. So busy, busy, busy. And today I've got time to do two 2x2 sections. I don't have time to do 2 3x2 sections, so that's why I've decided to go for the smaller amount. Right, we've got one of those, so let's get that. And I think that's all the smaller quantities then. Oh no, I've got watermelons down there. There's not masses of them, so we'll do the watermelons in a minute. 3021. I am going to use, just going to use my pen to pick up hopefully one. Well, of course not, because of course I've got 2. You may notice during the course of me dotting, if you can see clearly enough, that I do have multiple colours in one. I do mix dye lots. Doesn't bother me so much, hence why I chose the image that I did. So I will come on to that in a second. But I do want to say big hello to everyone who's taking part in this. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm hoping that you guys are as well, that you're enjoying being part of the PK November event. And where's me watermelons? There they are. 839. Okay, so let's get them in. So because I have mixed tones, because if you do diamond paintings, you will know that you do get different dye lots from different companies. So what I am doing, I am using the colour that is down here next to my DMC number to gauge which one I'm using. Now, because I am using spares and they're a mix of quality, etc., and dye lots, if I don't have enough of the colour that I want, I will just switch it for one of the others that I've got more of. I chose this image for that reason. Right, so I've just put that in completely the wrong place. Squish that over there. That's what happens when you don't concentrate. So when I go looking for a canvas, for a not even a canvas, for a pattern, I forgot what I was saying then. When I go on to Heaven and Earth or to other sites looking for cross stitch patterns to convert, what I'm looking for is number one, obviously an image that I really like, because that's important. I lean very much towards fantasy, but I'm also looking at what that pattern consists of. You know, if it's a very colourful, colour blocky design, then I may very well then consider buying my drills for it, because it would be more important if you've got very blocky elements that you had colours that matched. If, however, what I'm coming across is quite confetti, you can get away a bit more with using colours that may not necessarily be exactly the same, and especially if you've got different sections. So for me, I've got a lot of confetti around the top and the sides here because that's the image, and because it's a lot of foliage and shadow and all that sort of thing. As long as that colour is dark enough, if I don't put exactly the right shade of that colour in that area, it's not going to matter. As long as I put the right colour in. The shade isn't so important. If I'm doing skin tone, etc., then of course I need to make sure that I don't mix those shades too much because it could alter the rendering. Hope that makes sense. I just wanted to clarify why I do things the way that I do. Right, let's get this S, and then we should be into bigger colours. 3781. So for me, there are people out there that cannot mix dye lots. Let's show you. Let me show you. Can you see? They're different shades. So I'm going by the shade down here. I only need 5. So I'm going by this shade down here, and it's the darker one. So I'm picking out all the darker drills. So that one goes in there. But if I get further across, because I'm doing it in sections, if I get further across this chart and I haven't got that darker colour, I'll use the other one. It's in a different section. It's not going to make a difference to the image. I can get away with it. And for me, I like the fact that I am using, picked up 2 there, didn't I? Let's get rid of that one because that one can go in there. For me, I like the idea of buying a blank canvas, buying a design, and using my spare drills. Now I am going to have to go over and see Penny. Penny is Calb's Sparkle. She is on YouTube. She lives relatively local to me, and she has got some spare drills for me because I have got a couple of colours that I need an awful lot of. Right, now I've done the little bitty pieces, I'm going to go back to this. Oh, hang on, how many of those have we got? Oh, we've got more stars. Right, let's do that one. I was going to start in that bottom corner, but I've got less of these, which is the dreaded 838. This is what I'm panicking about. I need 3,000 of these, and this is all I've got. There's probably about 500, 600 maybe if I'm lucky. Penny has got a few others, but I realised when I was hunting through all of my kits to try and find these bloody 838s that it's not actually that common a colour. So Penny has kindly got some in her spares because she's got a much bigger collection of spares than me. You know what I did there, Leandri, if you're watching. There's your shot. Okay. So, yeah, I do need to go and pick those drills up, but I think it will probably be next week now. I do apologise to all of you for last night's video going up so late. The issue was yesterday that I did not get stuff done in a timely manner. That's my fault, bad planning. With doing dinner and everything, I had to do the videos, the video in about 3 different parts. And then I edited it, and the uploading took bloody ages. It was like honestly ridiculous. So it went up quite late last night. So I do apologise. Please forgive me. This video will be going up much sooner. I will say, doing a Heaven and Earth project or any conversion project, a lot of them do tend to be confetti because they're quite large, and you need that confetti for the detail. But it does mean you do a lot of single placing. I do multi-place where I can get away with it, if I can, because you know it speeds it up. So just giving my drills another shake. So when you're doing, the reason I like the small tray for this is because there is a lot of single placing. involved in doing a project like this, and this tray is perfectly sized for it. If I was doing massive sections of colour blocking, I would use the standard tray because you can get more drills lined up. So just getting these colours in here. As I'm placing these, did not want to do that. As I'm placing these drills, I am marking them off. As you can see, I'm highlighting them. And then when I've done that square, I can then hit that tick and that will colour those in. Just make sure they're in properly. So that's that section done. When you first start, the reason I'm starting with the smaller amounts first is because when you've got your blank squares, it's actually easier, I think, to place those drills because you can count the squares very easily. Once you get along a certain way, it becomes more difficult because you've got different colours. So then I start looking for the patterns. What are the patterns of those drills? Right, hold on, there, see? And then once you get near the end, if you've got a large amount to place, you should only have gaps where that one colour is. I'm hoping that I'm explaining this in a way that you can understand. Biggest challenge for me doing this event? Having something to talk about every day. I'm used to doing a whip a couple of times a week, so doing one every day is more difficult. So I'm just trying to come in and explain for anyone that hasn't done this before why we do it, you know, how we do it, the thought processes behind how I work. You know, I can't speak for everybody else, but that's how I work it. So just wanted to get that done. And that one there, and that one there. And as you can see, there's a lot of counting goes on doing this sort of thing. Okay, so we have now got 4. I never expected when I started filming that I would be in a position where I would be running an event at all. So I'm super grateful to everybody who has liked and followed in the last year and a bit now. It will be 2 years in. So I hit my year mark, I think, in September. But I've actually been diamond painting. It'll be 2 years in May that I started diamond painting. It's gone so fast. Never expected it to be where I am now at all. So thank you to all of you for subscribing and making this channel work, because it's you guys. See, I've lost myself again now. That one, yes, and that one, and that one. So I'm going to mark those off because that's then going to give me the pattern here. So this little section here is all right. I'm just going to squish my tape. So what happens, I use double-sided tape in my single and multi-placer. I usually use a square multi-placer on squares, a 4 multi-placer on squares, and a 6 on rounds. But what happens is when you first load it, you tend to have this little overfill, just like you would if you use glue dots. And you have to sort of let it work its way in, because if you cut it too small, it will push into the pen. and then you'll have problems. So you have to kind of work with it being a little bit sticky to start with, and then it pushes into the pen later on, which gives you your long running. Now, I have previously tested out double-sided tape. I used the same pen on the same whip and did way over half of that canvas. It wasn't a small canvas either, but I did over half of it with the same taping, which was amazing. Right, I think I've got more stars than anything else, so I'm going to do my bendy arrow first. You will learn if you come back and watch me, or if you've been watching me for a while, that I do give random names to symbols. I think we all do it, don't we? And just a little nod to whoever commented this morning saying that, where's that symbol gone? Let me find this symbol. I said in last night's whip that this was a rude one. And it's not just me that thinks the same. Where's my camera? This symbol. I have a 4-letter word for that one. I'm not going to say it on camera because that's just not very professional at all, is it? Right, so what's this colour? 3371. This is another one that I need absolutely tons of. I need 7,000 more drills of this colour. I'm very lucky because I do have quite a few. But yeah, not going to have them anytime soon. But this is the beauty of doing this project. Because I'm always doing diamond paintings, I'm always adding to those spares, and with a little bit of help from, you know, a couple of wonderful subscribers and my bestest diamond painting buddy Penny, I have managed to keep going. So what are the downsides? Let's talk about that. What are the downsides to using your spare drills? Consistency. And by consistency, I mean the consistency of the quality of your drills. Unless you're only going to save really good quality drills, you are going to have some that are slightly smaller or maybe not quite as beautifully square. You know, that's part and parcel of using your spares up, especially if you do buy canvases from lots of different companies. And the downside to that is you do sometimes get gapping because the sizes of the drills are slightly different, and you've got to bear in mind it's not even millimeters, it's literally micro millimeters, I guess is the word. You know, it's such a small amount, but it can cause issues with gapping. The other problem that you may have if you use drills from multiple places is you may, let me just figure out where this one is. Oh, I've done those two. That's right. Okay, I've done those. Right, so it's these two down here. You may get some drills that don't lay completely flat. They may have a slightly concave bottom, which means they don't sit as well on the canvas. So sometimes you will get popping drills as well. I combat that by rollering my canvas regularly. I've found that's the best way of combating that issue. But the benefits are that you are using a waste material. You know, lots of people don't save their drills, they just chuck them away. But it's like, if you can get a whole new diamond painting out of what you've got left extra, I think that's a fab idea. You're recycling. And I do love a good recycle. That's why I created the cook pot in the first place, was because I was using leftover drills to make them. So works for me. Let's get that one in, and then I can multi-place this 4. which go in there, so that's them, and then I've got 3 going down, which is there. Anybody that does this knows the hang on, just getting bearings. Anybody who does this sort of project is very aware of how much we talk to ourselves when we're working on this. It's the only way you can keep your head straight. Right, I'm going to mark those off so that I can then pick up on the pattern on these last ones, because they're filled in. It gives me the spaces, and this is what I meant. You get to a point where you're working off the spaces that you've got, not the colour of the drills. So we've got 2 in there. Now, yes, I could have done the one below it, but if I do that, it will mess up my sectioning, and then I will confuse myself. Once we've got this colour in, we've only got 1 colour to do, and I can fly through it. So not too bad today. Yesterday's section, which was also a 2x2, just seemed to take me freaking hours. That's real life, isn't it? The gurgling in the background, if you are new, is actually, I think it's the dishwasher. Yeah, it's the dishwasher. So I do have my dishwasher and my washing machine in my sunroom. Okay, I'm going to take a very quick break. I'll be back in a second. Just going to go and check the 3D printer. Okay, so I'm back. Just needed to set it running to do me to do the lid next. I will say that really enjoying this whole process. I cannot wait for these trays to hit Etsy, and I'm hoping once I've got this done, I should have enough time to get the other bits up on Etsy as well, the cover minders. So hopefully, if you are watching this, at the time of watching it, there will be new cover minders, etc. up on Etsy today. Fingers crossed. I'm especially liking my little animal ones. They're so cute. Oh, I'm not doing very well, am I? Right, let's give that another dab. So the little animal ones that I've got are these little, so I've got little chicks, cats, bears and pigs. They are super cute. Love them. I'm really not doing well with this naughty placing today. It's just an excess of tape because it's new. I haven't used this pen in a while. It was one of my very first ones as well, and I just bought it off Amazon, and I really like the shape. They're quite good. They're not quite as chunky as I like. I prefer the chunkier ones, but I just fancied a change today, and I do need to change the tape in all of my pens, so I thought I'd start with this one, and as I do each video, I will load a new one up. That is the planning. It also doesn't help because I'm sitting on the opposite side of my desk. I don't know, it puts me out slightly. I am a creature of habit, what can I say? Okay, so we've got 3 across there, that one and that one, 2 underneath there, and then we've got 2 sets of 2 underneath that. I don't have a massive pen collection. I do have a few, but I did just get rid of at least 3, I think, to my son's girlfriend, who I gave a diamond painting to last year, for her to try, because I bought it with the intention of doing it for their house. And when she sort of had a look and said she was interested, I just gave her it and said, look, you do it then, because I bought it for you guys. She still hasn't started it, not as far as I know anyway. The last I heard, she hadn't got around to it yet, so sure she will at some point. If you're interested, the canvas that I gave her was actually Memoirs of a Geisha from Diamond Art Club. Right, let's get those 3 in, because once I've got these done, I can just literally fill the gaps in and it will go really quickly. Other than that, personally, I've not really done much. I have done another slight move round in the sunroom. I'm always doing that though. And that's mainly because I had my granddaughter yesterday, and she spends all the time with my mum, so I don't get a look in, so I end up moving stuff and tidying stuff up. I also did move my printer onto the top of my dresser. So most of you will know that I have a Welsh dresser in the room we call our snug. And it will eventually be my craft room once we've got the nail cabin finished, because all of this stuff, where have I gone wrong on that? That's that there. I should only have 2 there. Right, okay. So it's these 2. I think I've placed one in the wrong place. Let's colour those in. Let's do that. Yeah, I have. So that needs to go there. Better. That one needs to come out. Yeah, that's it. See, so easy to go wrong. So easy to lose your focus. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do. So let's do 1. Get these in, the next bit will be easy. And what I will do is I will tell you what percentage I'm at and everything at the end, as I usually do. But I'll just be pleased to have this section done early today, because it means I've got time to do another one later, which is a bonus. That one. Okay, that's that done. So we're now just left with the stars, which are 938. Oh no, 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 no. What is this? What is this? What is das? 3857. The reason I have kept this little blue whale cover minder is because the problem with resin is sometimes you will end up with bubbles. And if those bubbles, not bubbles, if those bubbles occur on the edge of the mould, it's too sharp. So rather than throw those moulds away, because those castings away, I choose to keep them and use them myself, because it gives you an indication of the sort of thing that I do. So I couldn't sell it because it's got a sharp bit on it, but I can certainly use it. Okay, this whale is called Boris. We did have a spider called Boris in my bathroom, just big black thing, and there's a small hole on the ceiling where the shower pipe goes through. He was so damn quick. He used to live in there, and he used to like literally run back in every time he went in the bathroom. My husband caught him eventually. So I decided to call this one Boris. So I can now fly through doing these. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get all of the multiples first. And then I will go back in and do the single ones, because that's going to speed it up. So thank you to everyone taking part in PK November. Be assured that I am absolutely loving seeing your progress. For those of you that have your own channels, I am trying to watch your whips when I can. I can't possibly watch all of them. I'm just going to stick that single one in there because I just don't have enough hours in the day. But it's lovely to see your progress, and I do love getting your pictures. So the schedule for this week is there will be a video every day up to and including Sunday. Sunday at or early Monday morning my time, which is Greenwich Mean Time. I will need a picture of your whip so far, and the percentage that you've completed and the amount of drills that you have done, because I'm obviously tracking those, because there are prizes at the end of the month. There is a goodie box, which is the main prize. That will be voted for by those of us taking part on the canvas that we think is the best, whether that's the best looking, whether it's the best progress, you know, whether we think it's the, I don't know, you know, we'll just vote for the canvas that we think should deserve that prize. You cannot, of course, vote for your own, because that would be cheating. And only people that are actually participating in the event can vote. I think that's only fair. The other two prizes are smaller prizes. One will be awarded for the most drills laid. One will be awarded for the highest percentage completed. And should that be the same person, I will then redraw one of those prizes to the next person, because I want as many people as possible to win. We also have, I also have a very special little memento. So everybody who is taking part, if you haven't already, please do send me a mailing address so that I can get your item to you. That is just a little gift from me as a thank you and a memento of PK November. And we also currently have the name challenge for this little girl. She's got hair on her today. She is one of my little chick cover minders. So again, those competing in PK November, please put your name suggestions below and I will pick out the one I like the most, and that person will win that little chick cover minder. You know, this isn't a big event. It's the first event I've ever done. I don't have sponsors. I don't have free gifts from people and stuff to put in for this. So I am using my own money or products that I've been given in PR packages, etc. Or my own items to create the prizes for this. So, you know, it's not a massive competition or anything, but hopefully it's enough for you guys to enjoy taking part. There we go. Right, so I'm just running my fingers over because you can very often feel any popping drills that way. That is that section completed. Just a lot of brown. Not a lot else, just a lot of brown in this bit. I think a lot of the action takes place over here. So to do this, I'm just gonna rub over all these and make sure they're highlighted. So they highlight in purple because purple's my favourite colour, and I'm making sure that I only get those ones on that edge because I don't want to highlight any outside my grid of 2 by 2. Come on. There we go, that's that section done. So if I scroll out, oh, it looks massive when you do it like that, and it's really not. It's really not a lot of the overall picture, but we're getting some beautiful, beautiful detail now. So I am now at, right, so it says 9,401. So somewhere, there we go. I'm going to zoom back in. Can you see? I've got a block there, which is highlighted, which I haven't done. So I'm going to frog that. It's a picture of a frog, and I'm going to take it back. There we go, that's better. So I'm at 9,400 drills laid, which is 12.47%. So just over 1/8 of the way complete. We must all be absolutely bloody mad to go to these lengths to have this. I'm going to move my whale out of the way. I have already cut that next section ready. I used a ceramic cutter to cut the plastic, so I'm just going to chop this little bit off. I'm going to move Boris over here, and because I am all about reusing, I'm actually going to take that little piece of washi tape, because my next section I'm going to try and do a 3 by 2. I'm actually going to put on there so I can reuse it, because, you know, waste not, want not. So that is it from me today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed the video. I hope that if you are participating, you are doing okay and that it's going well for you. Please do comment. I do like your updates, and I hope that all of you have a nice easy section ahead of you. I'm just going to have a look at this, and I'm just going to see what we're like. I think we're still very much confetti in the next section. Yeah, looks it, but that's good, that's fine. So it is a finish from me for this video. I will be back very soon, or tomorrow in your case, and I will see you then. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. Do give me a like on the way out, and if you would like to see more, please do check out my other videos, because I have a lot more on there. It isn't just doing this particular thing. So thank you so much, guys. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.